These are the masters of speed. This is Formula One.
Yo guys, welcome back. It's Jaff Master Flash. Welcome to Azerbaijan, Baku. 5 red lights. We are away. So it took what it felt like forever to get underway and get going. But yeah, Baku is one of those. It's a difficult circuit, but it's not at the same time, if that makes any sense at all. So Baku is a notorious circuit. Obviously the walls are close and tight. Traction is extremely difficult, but if you are gentle on the throttle, you will absolutely master Baku. You need to make sure that the car stays in the middle of the road, and by middle of the road I mean you need to try and avoid any curbs, especially the big sausage curbs on the right hand side, like I just hit there whilst I'm saying this. If you hit that sausage curb while you're doing this, you will definitely lose time if you're in a competitive situation, as in qualifying or in a league race. You need to be mindful of those curbs and just gently, as you possibly can, on the throttle, and you will gain absolute stacks of time. You can already see, this is lap 1, and you can already see the AI. They were over at nearly 1.2 seconds back, just going through the castle section alone. It's because the AI isn't very good around Baku. With that being said, when they get on the back straight, they are absolutely rapid, and you will see that now for yourselves, just how quick they are. You have to be very careful going through the S section of the end of, or the start of sector 3, especially in the wet, because you will punch yourself into a wall if you're not careful. And you can see what I mean just by their straight line speed. He's come from nearly 8 tenths back to catch me into turn 1. That is phenomenal. So I gain all my time back in sectors 1 and sector 2. Then he comes back, or the AI comes back in sector 3. And I mean, they come back from like over 8 tenths. It just goes to show you how much they lack downforce, or downforce isn't applicable to them, which is crazy, because you're trying to compete, you're trying to have a decent race, you're trying to practice for other league races and etc, but you keep on getting annihilated by AI. Considering Codemasters were allegedly supposed to fix it, they fixed it to a degree in the dry, but in the wet, the AI are just as bad, just as crazy, which is a shame really. As you can see, going through the castle section this time around, I'm 1.3 or 1.1 up, even using a bit of the battery. The battery's saying she's saying the battery's high, let's use it. So going into the downhill, I'm nearly a second quicker than the AI behind, so they gain a little bit of time back out of the slow speed corner, which is the left-handed downhill. So I'm over a second in front now, pulling away a little bit, not using the battery. As soon as I get straight, I'm going to use the battery, turn on the battery to try and get the fastest lap. But even with the battery activated, as you can see, the time is coming down. I'm losing time to the AI behind. Which I find absolutely nuts. I mean, if it was in the dry, I would be absolutely gone and into the distance, but I'm not. I'm in the wet, which is unreal, behavior. So even now, I'm again down the straight using the battery because they're catching me, trying to stay away from them, trying to gain more time to them. It's just crazy. It really is crazy. So I was 1.1 up, and in a space of 2 corners, they managed to gain that back. And that's just the speed of them. So when watching this setup and thinking, oh, the setup is rubbish. It's not the setup that is bad. It is the AI that is bad. And that's all I can say. You need a setup with a lot of downforce in the wet, and that you can't get away from it. If you was to run this setup in the wet against humans, I have no doubt you will be absolutely fine, 100%, and I can guarantee you that. It's just unfortunate it's against AI. As you can see now, 1.5 up, as they was battling a little bit behind, and then just watch on how much they get. I'm thinking I'm safe at this point. I'm 1.7. I'm thinking I'm mega safe at this point, but how wrong I was. How wrong and how quick a catch is absolutely phenomenal. But I'm going to leave you with the rest of this vid. Is on to lap 4. And I hope it helps. I really do hope the setup helps you guys. The setup, as always, is at the end of the video. And the setup is a guide. Let me know what you think of the setup down below. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, guys. Peace.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Gap to your teammate behind is 5.5 seconds. fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
It's never an easy race here in Azerbaijan. There's drama around but they've come through to take a brilliant victory here today. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver a simple result today?
Rain always has the potential to liven up a race and mix up the order, and they've taken full advantage of that to claim the victory today. It's always a bit of a lottery when the conditions are like this, but they've managed to stay on circuit and have come out on top.
Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again. Well, after a day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Driver of the day has to be Charles Leclerc. He was unstoppable out on the track today, weaving through the competition with ease.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next.